Snoop Dogg spent years telling us what Suge Knight did to artists at death row.
Suge made enough money off of all of us to where he shouldn't get a dime off of Tupac.
Now, his own cousin is accusing Snoop of becoming him.
He did a show and didn't take me, so I figured like, why you know what's going on? He's just like, you ain't sign your catalog over to me.
Publishing, trademarks, missing credits, $1 billion catalog deal.
We got it, and that's all we wanted, because I'm finna sell everything for $1 billion to Universal.
And when the paperwork war got personal,
I'm gonna tell you what Snoop thinks about it. What's that? Absolutely nothing. So
Tha Dogg Pound started exposing things that had nothing to do with music.
You say I got 30 kids? Well, your husband got more kids than I got that you don't even know about.
This is the story of how hip-hop's fence sitter
And she had a baby with a woman. Oh, I didn't come in for this.
became the next Suge Knight.
I own death row, so I do what the f I want to
do. He's worse than Suge.
I see you ain't got shit to do but hate on me, huh?
Suge took care of his people.
I'm operating off of principle, and he operating off of ego.
In a minute, I'm gonna f you up, cuz.
This is Snoop Dogg Cap Stories Part 3.
You got cap in your raps. You got cap in your raps.
When we last checked in with Snoop, he was fresh off a MAGA party show appearance, displaying some of the most epic fence-sitting in hip-hop history.
So ain't nobody gonna perform for Donald Trump, huh? Which one of you jigaboo ass is gonna be the first one to do it? I'm waiting. I'm gonna roast the fuck out of one of you.
He wouldn't cut this journey short, but rather expand his territory. Every now and then, a glimpse of the Calvin would appear.
I'm scared to go to the movies now, like y'all throwing me in the middle of I don't have an answer for it.
One gloomy October in 2025, Snoop Dogg would partner with GLAAD for Spirit Day, an anti-bullying campaign created to support LGBTQ youth. Through his animated children's franchise, Doggyland, Snoop released a song titled Love is Love, alongside openly gay singer Jeremy Balate.
Love is Love is a record that my kids program, Doggyland, presented me, and I'm just trying to get more understanding, clarity on how we live and the way we live.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with this, other than the fact that Snoop had just complained about watching a same-sex couple in Disney's Lightyear with his grandson.
Oh, my grandson in the middle of the movie, like.
On the podcast, Snoop sounded frustrated that the children's entertainment had placed him in a position where he had to explain a gay relationship.
I took my grandson to see Buzz Light.
I think it's called Lightyear.
With Kiki, and like, and she had a baby with a woman. Oh, I didn't come in for this. They putting it everywhere.
So of course, this wouldn't fly by the radar. To critics, the timing looked less like a personal growth and more like cap dancing.
Hopefully we can help answer these questions and, help them to live a happy life and understand that love is love.
It was Calvin who spoke on the podcast.
Hey man, watch the movie. It's like, I'm scared to go to the movies now, like y'all throwing me in the middle of I don't have an answer for it.
Then the advertising Snoop came outside with the children's choir, a GLAAD partnership, and enough rainbow imagery to make Lucky Charms look conservative. One day, he's DJing for MAGA, the next day promoting gay youth.
And man, I don't know if you knew this, but I was a nanny in New York.
No, you wasn't. You wasn't no nanny. You probably was letting the kids do whatever they want.
I sure did.
Snoop's job would now be fixing pieces of the fence whenever they break, and making sure the real Calvin Brodus never speaks long enough to interrupt what Snoop Dogg Incorporated has scheduled next. All this on top of a move that would lead to the latest dismantling of a group that has seen separation before.
Please don't tell me the Dogg Pound broke up.
Now listen, I heard the Dogg Pound broke up.
A move that was supposed to serve as redemption against the man Snoop has rivaled half his career.
Suge made enough money off of all of us to where he shouldn't get a dime off of Tupac. He was robbing him already, robbing us,
After Snoop left death row for No Limit, Sugar Bear began to expose everything he knew about Calvin.
We beat a murder trial for him, but then he was on probation. Then he got caught with 2 ounces of marijuana. Then he got caught with guns. And each time it's nothing. They're not going to violate him.
I seen like a video where you were saying that he didn't want you playing pop music around him.
Yeah, I think it's probably after the New York thing, and he was like, man, turn that shit off in my house.
I mean, if you get a guy that constantly getting in trouble and never gonna come to prison, that's because he's an informant, he's a rat, a snitch.
Whatever he probably went through with Suge and Tupac probably hurt his feeling.
Downstairs, Pac took off on Snoop.
Pac ran up on him, did what he did. Snoop ran this way, Pac running behind him.
Corrupt ended up joining this conflict partially due to Snoop allegedly helping DMX craft Party Up.
So in the song, Y'all Gonna Make Me Lose My Mind by DMX, clearly we all know he was talking about Corrupt.
You broke, the kid ain't yours, and everybody know.
Your own mans think you stupid. Be like, so I love my baby mama, I never let her go.
Your own man say you stupid. You be like, so I love my baby mother, I never let her go.
He was talking about Snoop. Snoop told DMX all the info on Corrupt. DMX took it and made a diss song.
We can go head up, nigga, set it up. Or we can do the other thing, I love to wet it up.
Eventually, Snoop would address their quarrels with his cousin by his side on Pip Slapped.
This nigga it's like his wife. Suge Knight's a bitch and that's on my life, especially Corrupt. See, that's my little homeboy, so he know what's up.
You were in that video for Pimp Slapped.
I directed that video.
Okay, right. And that was the first time Snoop really went hard at Suge.
Yeah, because he gave me that song, like, I want to shoot this video.
He better keep tripping and slip his clipping, because these niggas tripping. This is official business.
But Sugar Bear and Corrupt would be far from the only death row member Snoop would have open beef with. Because fence sitting in the media is one thing, doing it to your own blood is another.
Daz, you got a whole lot of that want to use your shit, so whenever they come my way, I'm gonna send them your way.
While Snoop was busy fixing his public image with rainbows and children's choirs, he was already dismantling the legacy of the man who helped him build it. Daz Dillinger wasn't just another artist complaining about death row. He was Snoop's cousin, one half of the Dogg Pound, and the one beside him throughout many conflicts of Calvin.
Rap icon Snoop Dogg now owns the record label that propelled him to stardom.
So when Snoop acquired Death Row Records in 2022, it should have felt like family finally got the house back. Deals could finally be worked now, being that everything is owned by the family.
See you soon, cuz.
And then something strange happened.
I own Death Row, so I do what the I want to do.
How did he react to, like, you owning Death Row? Like, you know, I don't think I've ever asked you that, like, you know.
Well, in the beginning, he didn't like it.
He didn't like it, right?
He didn't understand it. He just felt like I was buying a bunch of problems and buying a new relationship with Suge Knight.
By some accounts, Calvin became worse than the one before him. According to Daz, the trouble started when he refused to sign over his publishing rights and catalog.
You know, he did a show and didn't take me, so I figured, like, why you know, what's going on? He's just like, you ain't sign your catalog over to me. I'm like, I'm keeping it, you know what I'm saying? It's worth a lot.
In his version of events, Snoop purchased the Death Row name and began consolidating everything attached to it.
He owned the label, but I owned the publishing.
He accused Snoop of going behind his back and trademarking intellectual property connected to the Dogg Pound so it could be repackaged later inside a larger Death Row catalog deal.
I don't want to move forward because it's like you already try to beat me. You went behind my back and try to trademark the duct tape logo and the name without my permission.
Preparing the catalog for a reported billion-dollar sale to Universal.
And like I said, they tried to go behind my back and trademark all my work and then flung my face like, yeah, we got it. That's all we wanted because I'm finna sell everything for $1 billion to Universal.
The former artist who spent years complaining about shady Sugar Bear was now moving exactly like him.
Suge made enough money off of all of us to where he shouldn't get a dime off of Tupac.
He know all that paperwork and is false because he told me and showed me this ain't your signature. All this is false like this, so you know all this shit. Man, you was in the same paperwork that I was in, so if your shit was false, my is false, and you know it. So how did you get out of the paperwork and you left me in here to abide by these old rules? But now that you own it, well, man, you was in both in the paperwork. How you get out of it? It's like, man, you go to jail and the other go to jail. He out now, man. You still stuck in this.
Eventually, as Death Row's new owner, Snoop would release the Dogg Pound's 2024 album, Wag, We All We Got. An ironic title considering Daz believed the person taken the most was one of the people included in the We. According to Daz, Snoop intentionally restricted his production credits on the album, limiting the back-end royalties he could collect.
I'm operating off of principle and he operating off of ego. To show he the boss and all this shit. I don't need to floss it.
Snoop's response didn't exactly sound like someone distant from accusations.
Now wait, before we get too far in this video, hit that like button and apply pressure to that subscribe button. Also, hype me up.
Leave me alone. Leave me the f alone.
In December 2025, he posted a direct message to Daz, accusing him of having nothing better to do than hate.
I see you ain't got shit to do but hate on me, huh?
But the biggest part wasn't the insult, it was the threat.
In a minute, I'm gonna f you up, cuz, on some real shit.
Calvin would threaten to harm Daz not physically but through paperwork, which Daz was accusing him of doing already.
Not physically, but business-wise.
Daz would respond by calling Snoop everything but Calvin and threaten legal action.
It's a f***ed up situation, man, you know what I'm saying? Because you got a lot of people that were stealing, and you know what I mean, Dr. Dre got hit, but there's no paperwork on the Chronic album. But like I said before, all y'all that talking out there, I see you. I ain't scared of you. I'm gonna keep calling you what I'm calling you.
Months later, in May 2026, Snoop addressed the dispute again during the No Ceiling podcast appearance.
If you didn't handle your business, you didn't handle your business.
This time, the tone was less cousin and more CEO.
Everybody that been with me has been taken care of beforehand. One thing about Snoop, I pay niggas in advance.
Snoop's position was simple. If Daz believed something illegal happened, prove it.
Because I handle my business. It's easy to take me to court.
Daz attempted to do exactly that by posting documents online that he claimed showed forged signatures on older death row contracts.
All the masters of this shit.
I got the masters, but you know, they always try to say it's on paper, but it ain't no contract. It's a lot of forged contracts and forged. That's why I'm opening up the books now.
Then all this would lead to a Jerry Springer argument for the world to see, when out of nowhere, Snoop's wife, Shantae Brodus, known publicly as Boss Lady, would imply no one should listen to a man with 30 kids. This is when we would find that Snoop may be more like Drake than one would think.
This goes out to the Boss Lady.
Daz would claim that Calvin has more kids than him.
You say I got 30 kids? Well, your husband got more kids than I got that you don't even know about.
They're just stuffed away in Europe.
2 kids from Gracie, 2 more kids overseas.
So while Snoop attacked Daz's finances, Daz attacked Snoop's foundation.
I bet y'all remember when I told y'all a long time ago that Snoop had a baby mama, with 2 kids. I mean, I had her do a photo shoot with my boy Bob Gotti on the magazine number cover.
And somewhere between the alleged forged contracts, missing production credits, and rumored children in Europe, the Dogg Pound's reunion turned into an audit.
I'm the only nigga that always try to get royalty, nigga. I've been on their ass ever since, nigga. E1, Koch, everybody.
Maybe Snoop was right. If Daz had proof, the proper place was court. But Daz's argument was larger than one lawsuit.
I'm gonna tell you what Snoop thinks about it. What's that? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing.
He was accusing Snoop of becoming the exact kind of executive their generation once complained about.
Wow. So comparing the two, you think Suge, he's a better person than Snoop?
He's worse than Suge. Suge took care of his people.
Because this time, Snoop wouldn't fence it. He would pick a side that suited mostly him.
I guess you claim that Snoop has a bunch of hidden kids in Europe.
I'm just making us
just talking.
Yeah, trouble.
And maybe where Daz is wrong, this Snoop showed himself a while ago. A story you can see here.